When they ask where the revolution began, can we say Boston, New York, Egypt? I don't know. But it is an encouraging sign.
Everybody back, barricade!
Again, this is Enaa speaking to you from occupied Boston, saying, look at all these hundreds of people here protesting the greed and corruption that is associated with this capital and its rapacious nature, and wanting to do something about it.
Mic check! Mic check! Welcome! Welcome! First order of business. First order of business. Learning the language. Learning the language. We're going to use hand signals. We're going to use hand signals so that we can communicate. So that we can communicate. The first hand signal. The first hand signal. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. The second hand signal. The second hand signal. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I don't disagree, but I don't exactly agree. I don't disagree, but I don't exactly agree. The third. The third. I disagree. I disagree. The fourth. The fourth. Point of process. Point of process. A point of process. A point of process is when you feel. Is when you feel that the rules of the assembly. That the rules of the assembly have been broken or infringed. Have been broken or infringed. For example, if we're discussing food, and someone starts to speak about, how Obama isn't doing anything for anyone, and we show up the point of process, to bring us back to point. The fifth hand signal. Moving on. You're taking a little too long. I think I understand your point. I probably agree. But please wrap it up. And a very important one. But one that should be used sparingly and only when you feel very strongly. It's called the block. When you completely disagree of a proposal that you feel could hurt the group's interests, and you feel so strongly about it, that you perhaps would have to leave the group. You use a block. Okay. And the last is a point of information. During a discussion, when information pertinent to the conversation that seems to be unknown by the rest of the group and needs to be brought forth, the point of information is used to bring it to everyone's attention. It's not used to speak your opinion. It's simply to clarify any kind of ambiguities. How do we feel about the signs? I did miss one. It's a very important one, actually. How do we ask a question? This is how you ask a question. A C or a hook. Again, using sparingly. Try to avoid individual questions. And stick to information information that's pertinent to the entire group.
Distinctive information that's pertinent to the entire group.
Occupy Boston!
Boston!
I saw a sign
I saw a sign.
that read,
Red.
"The beginning is near."
The beginning is near.
Just come to South State.
Ryan, and myself, are going to kick off the night. My name is Nadeem.
My name is Nadeem.
I'm with the media team.
I'm with the media team.
That was not intended to rhyme. What you're about to hear is not an exhaustive list of group feelings.
It's not an exhaustive list of group feelings.
It may not even be
It may not even be
a correct list of our feelings,
a correct list of our feelings.
but it is
But it is
the beginning.
the beginning.
You can hear that. During the first three pep rally talks, cheering is great.
Cheering is great.
After that, it will slow us down. That's why we have hand signals. On future nights,
On future nights,
we may even have a PA.
we may even have PA.
Although I love all of your voices. Louder? I came to Occupy Boston Planning Committee on Tuesday.
If you want to see more of that, just pause the video.
Concerned. And I met a lot of other people who are concerned about the democratic process. We know that the top 1% of America's wealth, the top 1% of earners rather,
They're just exploiting scum.
50% of America's wealth.
That was stolen by the from the working class.
Many use that wealth to undermine the democratic process. I am here because this can change everything.
I'm Robin. There is no single issue or demand that summarizes our movement. We are fed up with how our country is being run. We want fundamental change. Our democracy is not for sale. We are the 99%. We are not being represented equally by our government. Our basic needs are not being met. We are here to inspire a nationwide movement. To challenge the status quo of an economic system. That currently subverts both our government and our social fabric. Through the movement, we'll engage people in a real national dialogue about positive social change. We must restore the promise of America. We are the 99%.
Editorial comment. Just bring the whole capitalist system down. America has no fucking promise.
How do we do this? We together. In a mass meeting. Called the General Assembly. We met Tuesday. With 300 people. We met Wednesday. 300 people. We met last night. With even more people. And look at what we've done. Everyone's invited. To support the movement. Any way you can. If you can stay the night. Do that. If you can bring food or water. Do that. If you can spread the word. Do that. How long do we stay? I said, how long do we stay? Until the people join us. Younger and older. Working and jobless. Abled. And differently abled. Pious or godless. Gay, straight, or trans. Black. Latino. Arab. Asian. Or white. To build a new community. With liberty. Justice. For all.
Editorial comment. That's going to take a revolution.
Sir! Yes? Mic check! Sir! How does it feel? To be the only one standing alone? In a field of change? You're surrounded! That's how the top 1%! Feel from now on! Display is over. Nelson! We learned how to be in a GA. The team, Robin, and Brian, introduced. Now the working group staff. We've been working for 3 or 4 days. In groups like legal. Outreach. Creative ninjas. Media. And so on. Each group will now have a voice. To tell you where we are. First tactical. Then legal. Then others. Select individuals. Can then get on a list. Stack. To present their own thoughts. This will have a time limit. Most likely. The democracy. We may then go back into working groups. Let's begin. First on the stack. Tactical. Yeah. Hello. My name is Jeff. I represent Tactical. Tactical is a group. That is in charge of. Logistics. And security. I would first like to take a poll. By raising one hand. How many of you are going to spend the night? You are my heroes.
And mine.
We have provisions and supplies which are located at the tactical headquarters. Which is at the third tree. You can identify tactical members by the blue armbands that we will all wear. Right now, some of us have them.
Only some of us have them.
By tomorrow, all of us will have them. Specifically, I would like to tell you what we are doing. Right now, we are setting up an encampment. Keep everyone safe and as comfortable as possible. Please bring non-food donations to the tactical headquarters. We would like to note you cannot keep your personal belongings safe. A note about security. This park has access to free Wi-Fi. You should know that it is probably being monitored. And you should take that into consideration. A note about bathrooms. Right now, the main source of bathrooms is Cell Station. The times of those bathrooms from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. Anytime in between that, please hold. We are also establishing a system of collecting trash. It is all of our responsibilities to maintain this park. There will be locations around this park for trash and recycling to be dropped off. Please be diligent. I would also like to note that all cardboard you are not currently using, please bring to tactical headquarters